there's one question here I've got on my notes, and I'd never forgive myself if I didn't ask it. So, is there a cartoonists union, or can we all actually have a good go at Steve Bell right now?
I think you've got our permission to have a go at Steve Bell. I certainly always do.
Yeah, of course, I defend his right to say do whatever he wants. That's not the issue. It's not. He shouldn't be doing this. He can do whatever the hell he likes. That's fine. All we're doing is just disagreeing with his content.
But it seemed unusual to me what happened with Steve Bell, because usually some of the stuff that he did about the Iraq War and stuff about the Tories, it seemed so sharp and on the ball. But then the stuff that he produced about the Scottish independence stuff and other stuff was just so off the ball, so kind of like it was the worst, laziest, gnat-bashing article you could find in cartoon form. It didn't have the same insightfulness that some of the other stuff seemed to have. That's what seemed strange about it to me.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to remember that what he will be, the reporting that he will be working with is, the London-based media. I mean, at least up here we have some alternatives. I mean, the way that the Scottish issues are being reported down south is, I think, pretty minimal for a start, and often with the most appalling slants applied to them. So, I'm saying that in his defence, but yes, I think it's incredibly lazy to have done the sort of work that he does. I mean, his drawings are really funny, but I just cannot believe the content of some of them. It's just appalling. Just no effort whatsoever.
Chris?
Well, I think if you look at Steve Bell's method, he's extreme, and he will quite deliberately cause offence. I think he's doing what he's doing deliberately provocatively. I think the whole Scottish country dancing and the taking the piss out of the accent and all that kind of stuff, he's doing it to wind us up, because that's the reaction that he's wanting to get. I agree. I leave aside particularly the Scottish stuff. I looked at Steve Bell's stuff for a few years and thought a lot of the time, nah, it's not. He's still. I think his cartoon strips are better than the platform cartoons that he does now. He relies on that very distinctive and visually impactful style a great deal to maybe just do a visual joke. But the particular jock bashing stuff, it's water off a duck's back to me. I know where it comes from. I've got a lot of pals in England who are, on the left, and they just can't get. There's a mixture of they don't understand and they don't want to understand the whole drive of a civic, social, democratic Scottish national movement, because they know that if it's ultimately successful, they're stuffed. And that's where that's coming from. It's fear more than anything else.
For the listeners, there's another cartoonist, but it's nothing to do with British politics, but he's fantastic. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. I'd like to know what you think if you have heard of him. But there's a guy called Kirk Walters in America who I just think's fantastic. I don't know if you've seen his work.
No, I don't know him at all. But I know hardly any cartoonists. I mean, Chris Cairns is one that I've at least heard of.
Oh.
And I'm now under pressure, having said how much I like American cartoonists. I will be honest, the name is familiar, but I just, off the top of my head, I couldn't picture him. I'm much more tuned in still to my first love, which is New Yorker magazine cartoons. So I know a whole bunch of those guys. He says, segueing into Americanisms there. But no, your man, Kurt, I'm sorry, doesn't immediately ring a bell.
All right. Well, I can always cut that bit if I decide to. So, all right. So
you two cartooning experts, what do you think of this guy? Never heard of him.
Well, so thanks for both coming on. That's been absolutely brilliant. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Cheers.
So there you go. That was Greg and Chris. I hope you enjoyed that. The next episode will be along in a while, and as usual on this show, the guest gets to choose the tune. This time with two guests, they had to have a wee discussion about it, and this is what they came up with. So, speak to you next time.